Book 3, page 1. City of Lockport, South Block, Summer Carnival, now the Ulrich Center. This was many years ago, and I'm going to put it about the mid-80s, in what we call the block between Main and Walnut. This carnival was here, and I don't have an exact date. Okay, the second book 3, book 3, page 2. The Canal Concert Series in the Ulrich City Center. This was taken in 2011, and this is how it has changed from what it was back in the previous page. Quite a few years have passed, and these were summer concerts that were held in the city of Lockport throughout the whole summer on Friday nights. And I guess that's about covers that particular page. Book 3, page 3. This is a wider view of the Canal Concert Series, which shows pretty much downtown Lockport, the locks in the lower left of the photo, and this was the same time, but it was much higher altitude, and most of people can look around and identify the Bewley building and the old post office and whatever, the main building, main places, and I guess that's about all I got to say about that one. Okay, we're on book 3, page 4. This is a Dussault foundry site at the north end of Washburn Street. It used to be a foundry. Now they're in the process of cleaning it up. And if you look directly about the middle and top of the page, this is the New York State Barge Canal, where Murphy's Travel has their boat trips going through the locks and whatever. It's almost finished, cleaned up in this picture. Since this picture was taken, it has been finished. Okay, here we go on book 3, page 5. Again, this is the Dussault foundry site, but much farther away. In fact, we're sitting about over the post office on East Avenue, and we're looking slightly northwest. The old A&P building was the red building at the sort of middle top, and if you look on the slightly to the right of that is the old New York Central station that burned. Again, it is the Dussault foundry site, which hopefully someday that'll be a nice hotel overlooking Lake Ontario. Okay, book 3, page 6. Now we're looking at East Avenue, Walnut Street block. Before the family video, City of Lockport was there. What you have, you've got a sort of a potpourri. Castle's Dairy would be in the extremely upper left-hand corner, the red brick building. And then as the bank would be, there was a lumber, I can't think of Lockport Lumber, I think it was there. And running diagonally from the upper right to the lower left is Washburn Street. And we're looking at probably exactly where the original Pontillo's Pizza was, on Walnut Street, sort of in the center of the picture. Okay, we have another angle here on this same area, East Avenue in the middle, and what we've got in the very middle takes up the old post office, the YMCA, the library, and what used to be Castle's Dairy, and that leads us up almost to, except for the new bank there, it leads us up to Washburn Street, and we're looking slightly southeast in this photo. Okay, book 3, page 8. We're looking at the new Lockport Post Office on East Avenue under construction. I don't have the date on it. That could easily be checked, but it's almost ready to be opened. The driveways and everything have been blacktopped, and you can see East Avenue running from left to right near the top of the photo. Okay, book 3, page 9. This is the Lockport Presbyterian Home on High Street. This is one of the larger homes for older people to reside at, and it's been in business for quite some years, quite a few years, and I guess that would about cover what I could say on that. Book 3, page 10. The main part in this photo is the Pruden and Cant Funeral Home, which is probably the largest and oldest funeral home in Lockport, and it's run by the Rosenberg family, John and Andy, and I forget the other brother name. Okay, book 3, page 11. It shows Scapoletti's Superstore on Chestnut Ridge. This was originally belonged Texaco station owned by the Gallardi brothers, and it was a repair store and everything, or a repair shop, and gradually it became a small convenience store, and in back now is the newest one, which is completely finished and in business, and all the front buildings have been torn down. Okay, book 3, page 12. Looking vertically down at the main intersection of the city of Lockport, which would be Market, Main, and Locust Streets. We're on top of the Bewley Building and the Towers Senior Center, and that you're looking all the way down to the New York State Barge Canal service area, and just below the locks. Okay, book 3, page 13. This is a picture showing Murphy's boat going at Gasport. It was going to turn around at Gasport. This was a 50th reunion of the DeSales High School, Lockport Senior High School, and the Academy, the St. Joseph's Academy for Girls. All three of these classes, the 1950 class, we had our 50th reunion, and that's what this photo is all about. Book 3, page 14. The Lockport Locks and Erie Canal cruises on Market Street. This is the back end of the building, and you can notice there's a number of people waiting to board one of the boats. And you're looking sort of right at Market Street at the base of the hill. Okay, book 3, page 15. Niagara County Fairgrounds, taken June 1997. There was nothing active going on right there at that time, but it just happened that I was in the area and I took the picture, which covers in the foreground is the fairgrounds, and if you look above that, toward the top of the picture is Heather Drive, both the old original section and the newer section, sort of a curved driveway at the top. And if you look to the extremely top to the right is the intersection of Wick Road and Slayton Settlement. Okay, book 3, page 16. The Niagara County Fair in 2011. This was really cooking. It's a different angle from the previous picture, but the whole show is going, and it gives you a better idea of what does take place when the fair is on, with the traffic on Route 78. You can see it's bumper-to-bumper traffic, go on the road and going in. And again, you're looking to the upper left is Heather Drive, and the whole front section and the back section. Book 3, page 17. Closer angle on the Niagara County Fair in 2011. It was just the idea that while you were shooting pictures, you cranked off a lot of them, and this happened to be in lower than the other photo. Book 3, page 18. Okay, this is a different angle altogether. This is taken from out southwest of Lockport, looking toward Lockport, toward the northeast. And you start at the very bottom of the picture is Kistner Concrete on Inman Road. Then you're looking across the road at what used to be the old Frontier Stone. I forget what the new name is on it. And the most identifiable object, probably in the upper left-hand corner, is the water tower at Outwater Park. Okay, book 3, page 19. The Summit Street Bridge was under construction, and this would be the driveway going into Frontier Stone at the bottom left, and the original Summit Street Bridge was being ready to be dismantled, and the newer one running from left to right, directly 90 degrees to the canal. It has the orange piece of heavy machinery there. This is the Rotundo Bridge, named after five-time Mayor of Lockport, Tom Rotundo. Okay, book 3, page 20. This is another angle on the Tom Rotundo Bridge under construction in the William Gregory byway, which is at the bottom of the picture, running sort of up to the top. And you can see a couple of the buildings from Frontier Stone. You're looking at Ohio Street on the north side of the canal. And I guess that's about covers what we need to say about that photo. Okay, this is book 3, page 21. The Lockport Bypass under construction in 1990. You're looking sort of northeast toward Lockport, and this is Dysinger Road at the bottom, and above to the top of that road is the town of Lockport, and to the bottom of it is the town of Pendleton. And this Dysinger Road runs between Route 78 near the Fieldstone and west to Bear Ridge Road. Okay, this is the William Gregory Bypass. Okay, book 3, page 22, the William Gregory Bypass, taken in July 1991, and it's completed now, and this is a higher picture showing more of Frontier Stone, and it shows how the bypass travels slightly northwest over to the very top of the picture, which is Route 31. To the right, in the middle of the upper picture, is Simon Saw and Steel, and to the left is Frontier Stone. Okay, this is book 3, page 23. Mainly the big bridge in the city of Lockport, which is the widest bridge in the world, to my knowledge, and just below that is the complex for the police department, fire department, mayor's office, and above it is St. Mary's Church, and we're just west of the canal, the locks in the canal. Your transit road runs from the lower to the upper picture on the right hand side. Okay, this is another book 3, page 24. Another picture of the big bridge on the right, along with the locks, which must be the time of the year when the water is all in, they're full, and you're looking sort of up Main Street at the circular parking ramp, and that pretty much covers it. The complex for the police department, fire department is all at the very bottom to the right of the picture. Book 3, page 25. This is the DeSales School in Carlisle Gardens before the Worthington Ridge subdivision was started even. And you're looking sort of southeast across the Town and Country Club of the city of Lockport. Okay, book 3, page 26. You're looking east at the at the Carlisle Gardens in the town of Lockport, and the building up at the top upper is the DeSales High School along Chestnut Ridge, which is the road, and to the left side of the photo is the swimming pool at the Lockport Town and Country Club. Book 3, page 27. This is one of the probably unusual photos still left around. In the very lower right-hand corner is the old Vine Street Bridge. This is before the new bridge coming up from Reed Petroleum, or Reed's Hot Dog Stand. That wasn't even built yet. The road was being dug and ready to go for it. But that's about it on that. Wait a minute here. I had to turn the... Okay, book 3, page 28. Emmett Belknap Middle School in Lockport. This is on High Street, and to the right of the school itself is where Lockport High School still plays its home football games. You can see the goalpost still on one end right there. Okay, book 3, page 29. This is Quality Market on Rochester Road. It started out as Bell's Supermarket, went to Quality Market, and today, in 2012, it's now Tops, part of the Tops chain. And the intersection you're looking at the upper part would be Route 77, the lower part would be Route 31, and the white top buildings across the street, these are all part of New York Telephone and the Bewley Construction Company. And I guess New York Telephone now is Verizon, but it's all telephone buildings that belong to the construction outfit. On Book 3, page 30, Gasport Elementary School on Route 31, and this would be on the southwest corner of Gasport itself. I think it's St. Mary's Church in Gasport is at the upper top center, and so this is the Gasport Elementary School, Route 31. Okay, Book 3, page 31. This is the new Lockport compost plant under construction in 1990, and this would be above the sewer plant down in the bottom of West Jackson Street. This is at the high ground that would be northwest of the sewer plant. Now let's see, Book 3, page 32. This is the Town of Newfane Town and Highway and Town Hall and Highway Department as of 2010. Now it is the Highway Department on the extreme right-hand side, and then the east end is still the Judicial Department, and the main part has been moved down to Main Street in Newfane, the main town hall with all the town hall offices. Okay, this is Book 3, page 33. This is the Town of Newfane sewage treatment plant on Lake Road. You're looking north, obviously, toward Lake Ontario, and this serves both Newfane and Olcott. Okay, Book 3, page 34, the original Lockport Felt Company building in Newfane. This was taken in 1990, and the building, of course, still exists. I don't know if there's anything being done down there, but you can see the water to the left side of the picture. This is the 18-mile creek, which ends at Olcott, or at Lake Ontario. And at one time, probably when you went back far enough, you found that they used that for water power with a water wheel. But in later years, obviously, they had regular electricity. But this, you cannot see this only from the air. You can't, ground level, this sits probably from Main Street, it probably sits 200 or 300 feet below Main Street. Okay, Book 3, page 35. We're looking north over Route 31, which runs from left to right at the bottom of the photo. This is before the New York State Highway building was built, or before Yahoo, and it's very little of the Town of Lockport IDA, which would be in the upper left-hand corner. Okay, Book 3, page 36. This is the new Yahoo buildings, and the photo was taken in 2011. And obviously, a lot of the trees are been put in, and cosmetically it's been done up. But how much it was running at as of and at that date, I don't know. There's very few cars, obviously, around. Okay, Book 3, page 37. This was the first coal train to Somerset at crossing Route 78 at the farm market and the east side near Gordy Harper's Bazaar. Okay, Book 3, page 38. This is Lake Ontario, and during the wintertime, obviously, with the ice along the shore, and you're looking at Somerset, one of the parks along there, and 30 Mile Point Lighthouse is at the upper right-hand corner. Okay, Book 3, page 39. This is the old schoolhouse on Lead Road and Lower Mountain. I think it was called the Pomeroy by name, and this was having a sort of an open house type of thing there with all the cars that particular day. Book 3, page 40. You're looking northwest across the intersection of Thrall Road and the Upper Mountain Road at some of the nice farmland along that area, which is abundant in the amount of it. Okay, Book 3, page 41. This is an interesting shot looking northeast toward the city of Lockport across Ruhlman Road in the middle of the photo running from left to right. You've got the part of the Ruhlman, or the apple orchard, Hall apple orchard, is at the very bottom, and then Ruhlman's property is that land that's sort of light tan. This is all worked up, and the Ruhlman homestead was to the extreme right, and I think it's hidden by those trees. But this is where you're looking up toward the northeast, toward Lockport. Book 3, page 42. This is the Spring Lake Winery property in 1998. Before anything was done to it, it was just announced that it was going to be something along those lines of a winery, and I took the picture just to have it on file. You're looking at Route 31 in the middle of the picture, running from left to right, and the New York Central Railroad tracks up at the upper part of the picture, running from left to right. Obviously, you can see it was done in the fall of the year with the colors, which made it a nice photo. And that lake in the middle there, many of the kids used to swim in there until they finally put a stop to it. Okay, Book 3, page 43. This was the early days of the dairy farm McCollum on Slayton Settlement Road in Lockport and Gasport, and you name it, every other city. This was the very start of it, and the first big long building the other side of the silos. All the land that you see today, right in that photo, plus a lot more in that on both sides of the road, are farmed by the McCollum family. And to my knowledge, they're right today, they are milking 2,300 cows, and 3 times a day they're farming close to 7,000 acres over 2 to 3 counties. And so that gives you an idea how things changed. This was taken in the early 80s, this particular picture. Book 3, page 44. This is the northwest corner of the Stockwell property on Beatty Avenue in town of Lockport, taken in 1991. Since this was the start of a very large subdivision on that property, with the original house still there today, and there's entrances in 2 or 3 roads off from Beatty Avenue. I think one of them is Amy Lane. Okay, Book 3, page 45. This was a shot of fruit orchards along Route 18, Lake Road, just east of Olcott. The Phillips Road comes in from the bottom of the picture, and this is just to show what 4 or 5 different types of fruit: apples, grapes, peaches, cherries, you name it. It's all growing there in different ways. But it was one that showed the biggest variety of any one kind of fruit, I thought. Okay, Book 3, page 46. This was the Medina tourist train. This was the first one that really started from Medina to Lockport. There's been 2 or 3 since have gotten on the idea of transportation between the two as a tourist type of thing. And this was going through Gasport at that time, and it was run. The people, it was a husband and wife by the name of Nixie, and very nice people. And I did a lot of air stuff for them of the train in various places. Okay, Book 3, page 47. This was the Medina train traveling along the canal. This was the closest that the track came to the canal in anywhere that I knew of, and this was just north of Route 31, almost across of where the Lockport Drive-In used to be on Route 31. Okay, Book 3, page 48. This is Our Lady of Fatima Shrine in Lewiston. You're looking north across Swan Road, And this was one of the busiest days I ever happened to see it. If you notice all the tour buses and cars, it must have been something special that they had that day. And at the very top, sort of to the left of the photo, is some of the buildings from Lockport High School. Okay, book 3, page 49. Old Fort Niagara at Youngstown. Of course, it's surrounded on 3 sides by Lake Ontario, and of course the confluence of the Niagara River comes in just sort of the top left-hand part of the picture. A lot of action there during the war when they had German. Okay, book 3, page 50. The old Niagara fort again at a different view. You're looking northeast from over Canada with sailboats down. The sailboats are in the Niagara River mostly, and a few of them up to the top are in the Lake Ontario. But it shows you more of the property of Fort Niagara. It was not just the main fort. There was a lot of other buildings you can see, and as far as that picture is concerned or shows, this is all Fort Niagara property.